Welcome back. For years, Ivy League universities have largely ignored rural America when it comes to recruiting students.
Despite larger high school graduation rates, only 20% of rural Americans under 25 have a bachelor's degree or higher, compared with 40% nationally.
Wow, that's a staggering difference.
That's a big number.
Now universities like MIT and Yale are making a concerted effort to reach out to these forgotten students. But will the new demographic change university culture, or will university culture forever change this demographic?
And that is the question. Joining us now, journalist Batya Ungar-Sargon and host of Stacy on the Right on SiriusXM Patriot Radio, Stacy Washington. Ladies, welcome aboard. Appreciate you guys joining us. Batya, I want to come to you first. This is my concern. They haven't poisoned and polluted the minds of the people where I live, and it's like they see that rural America hasn't been, filled with their cancerous thoughts. So they're like, we got to go get them. We got to go to rural America and poison their minds too. Am I wrong?
Look, it's always nice to see rural America getting a little attention, getting a little recognition. There are a lot of Einsteins being left behind in the ghetto, in rural America, in places where the elites, the white progressive elites, don't go looking for people to compete with. So on the one hand, it's great that they are recognizing how much potential there is being left on the table there. On the other hand, this comes back to this idea that Obama started, that you have to have a college degree in order to deserve the American dream. It is nonsense. We give $150 billion a year to higher education and just $1 billion to vocational school, trade schools. Why are we not investing in that? Why are we not investing in the people who are working the jobs that we actually need people to do?
Yeah, well, and I question whether that would create a brain drain, too, from rural America, to more of these cities, more of these liberal cities. But I want to switch to this one because I think this is a very fun topic. We've been teasing it throughout the show. For many, it's the most wonderful time of the year, but out in Colorado, it's the cringiest time of the year, thanks to the state's Democratic governor.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad.
Okay, I want to know who told him this was a good idea. Not only did he look like a fool online while he's dancing and singing, at least 340 migrants, they were dropped off in Denver between Thursday and Friday. So Stacy, again, my philosophy is try not to dance in public, but for sure don't dance on camera if you can't dance, and I fit that category. But dancing online, Stacy, and all the while you have folks coming into your state that you're having a hard time actually funding and caring for, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It seems tone deaf.
So let me just say, I think he's been cloistered in the halls of yes men and women, people who have not been to rural America. And as the mom of two college-educated kids who were educated in state schools in rural America in STEM, I can tell you that if he had a little more exposure to those kinds of people like my kids, he would definitely understand how crazy he looks and how unprofessional this is. It's pandering and it's not working with any demographic, but he'll continue to do it because he doesn't have anyone in his inner circle who'll tell him the truth. So I think it's silly. It doesn't reflect well on his leadership, and the people of Colorado deserve better.
Well, Batya, I also want to get your take on this because I similarly look at this video and I do feel like it's tone deaf. I also, I feel like it's a little off color, almost, it makes it look like he's kind of making fun of. It could be taken the wrong way. I mean, what would you have preferred to see messaging around this time of year? What would have been a better alternative?
I have to say, I feel like you guys are all being a little bit grinchy at the holiday season. Like, this guy tried his best. It's not his fault that he can't dance. I don't know. I see a boomer trying his best to sort of bring some cheer to a dark world. I wasn't offended by this at all.
So honestly, in my house, if I tried this and my team was all yes people, they'd be like, oh, you're great. This is wonderful. Let's put it up. Rachel, my wife, would see it and she'd be like, you are not putting that up. I don't know who your advisors are, but you look ridiculous. And I mean, I don't know what kind of dance this is.
It's like the TikTok dance gone wrong. I don't know. Too old for TikTok.
I'm too old for TikTok.
Yeah.
And so Jared's too old for dancing. All right, let's go to this. Because South Carolina Governor Lindsey Graham, he's called for military action against cartels, ISIS, Iraq, Putin, North Korea, Pakistan, Syria. The list goes on and on.
Now his latest in defense of Chick-fil-A after he got word of a bill in New York that would force some of their restaurants to be open on Sundays. He declared this is war. Stacy, I'm going to come to you for this. What's your reaction? I mean, is this overreaction from Graham, or should they be allowed to go by their own rules?
Lindsey, so Senator Graham is channeling Stacy Washington from 25 years ago when I was on active duty. I was like that about everything because I literally was in the military. But now, as a mom, I've been out a long time, as a wife, as an American, I really don't think his militaristic viewpoint represents the majority of us who actually have kids who would be drafted if he got his way. So I love him defending Chick-fil-A, but he doesn't have to call it a war. It's not a war. It's a piece of legislation that's being proposed, and I think it stinks, but I think he maybe, we could do it without him. We can solve this without Senator Graham.
He keeps talking about news stories of the day and does nothing about them, just gets press. But Batya, next time we'll get more. We got to run. Stacy, Batya, thank you.